What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And it looked like one WNBA reporter has found himself in serious hot water after calling Caitlin Clark selfish to praise up.
It was outrageous to call Caitlin Clark selfish, but it was offensive to label her ostentatious. If you do that, the entire internet will scold you. While supporters arrive with receipts, statistics, and rage, one WNBA reporter thought it was a good idea, and now they're rushing to backpedal. Let's discuss why the reaction came so quickly and how terribly this take aged.
Now, this reporter is pretty much saying Caitlin Clark was a selfish basketball player. She didn't include her teammates. Just a bunch of...
So, let's get started immediately. After opening their lips, a WNBA reporter took a risk and accused Caitlin Clark of being selfish. Of course, not directly. Seldom do these sorts do it directly. People notice, even though they always cover it up with jargon, include a backhanded analogy, and hope no one notices.
Now, we know Paige Bueckers is set to make her debut in the WNBA as well in the next coming days. And I'm telling you right now, it is definitely...
Because you claim that Paige Bueckers will shift more quickly, since she is more selfless and less ostentatious. You're dragging Caitlin along with your praise of Paige. Caitlin Clark leads the league in assists, let's face it. As a rookie, she has already scored a triple-double. The bar is broken, if that's what selfishness looks like these days. The writer essentially painted Caitlin as the diva, the ball hog, the ego, and shoes by stating that Paige is more team-oriented, more grounded, and less showy. That's nonsense, though, as anyone who has watched Real games knows. You cannot lead your team offensively and average 6 assists per game and still be called selfish. That requires boldness and a lack of basketball intelligence. This is where things get worse, though. This was stated by the reporter just prior to Paige's first WNBA game. The internet is currently comparing hypothetical Paige to Caitlin, who has already been proven to exist in real life. Indeed, things aren't going well there. Let's dissect it. In 20 days, Caitlin Clark participated in 11 games. Taken directly from the NCAA championship. Welcome to the pros, no pause, no grace period, no gentle landings, just boom. Paige, meantime, is transitioning into a more seamless setup with significantly less pressure and better support. That was not a luxury for Clark. From day one, she was full-court pressed, double-teamed, and blitzed. She managed to put up 17 PPG 6, APG 5, RPG 12, and steal 1 block in spite of this. Oh, and she wasn't the issue, although at one time the fever was a 1 to 10. Even though the box score didn't always reflect it, she was the one who brought the team into the spotlight. Let's go back to this reporter, this supposed expert, who concluded that Clark didn't pass sufficiently. Please pardon me. Have you attended a fever game before? This is an NBA 2K where you spam assists for fun. These are genuine defenses, real scouts, real game plans based exclusively around stopping Caitlin Clark. And still, she manages to find teammates for open shots. This narrative that she's flashy and selfish isn't just false, it's lazy. It's a pathetic attempt to build tension between her and Paige before Paige has even played. Like, congrats. You're trying to establish a rivalry before the league has even seen the second half of the narrative. Naturally, X blazed like a wildfire. The clowning started when fans pulled quotations, statistics, and receipts. A user wrote, "How do you call someone selfish who's leading the WNBA in assists as a rookie?" That is fanfiction, not analysis. Someone else observed, Paige might be efficient, but Clark is literally dragging an entire franchise out of irrelevance. Let's avoid being foolish. This is the truth, which is why the internet didn't let it go. Caitlin has a working flash. The shot fakes that shatter ankles, the logo threes, and the no-look passes. You may use them for more than simply the highlight reel. They are effective. And you're not selfish when you can play that way and yet involve your teammates. You pose a threat. Only those who either A, didn't watch the games, or B, are trying to stir things up for clicks are promoting this narrative. Perhaps both. This is the point at which immediate regret sets in. The reporter attempted to backtrack after the outcry, saying it was merely an observation and not a jab. No, dude. Pulling the pin on a grenade and then acting shocked when it explodes in your face is not acceptable. Since Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie, the analogy was bound to seem personal. She is this draft class's public face. Arenas are filled by her. It's her who sells the jerseys. Anyone who isn't a diehard fan is even listening because of her. And rather than applauding that, this reporter took a completely different approach, attempting to undermine Clark in order to support Paige. No one is buying it. Fans actually turned it around, saying that Paige should be thankful that Caitlin is taking the brunt of the criticism. This implies that she is not subjected to nightly criticism and has time to grow. And let's face it, Paige won't be getting away with it either if she is double-teamed, harassed, and pushed into back-to-back games as Caitlin was. The majority of rookies don't play a lot of minutes right away for a reason. But there was nothing she could do, Clark. The offense was her. People continued to demand more wins, more scores, and fewer turnovers. As in, how? And let's not even discuss the turnover debate. Yes, Caitlin flips the situation. Every single high-usage playmaker in history does the same. You believe that Sabrina Ionescu's first season was free of turnover issues. Do you believe Sue Bird was perfect from the start? Job turnover is inevitable. You will occasionally cough up the ball if you touch it throughout every possession. It's not self-centered. Volume is that. That's accountability. The reporter, meantime, attempted to portray Caitlin's passing as inefficient since she didn't only make safe passes. Safe passes don't win games, so be warned. Dangerous ones do. Since Iowa, Caitlin has been a needle threader. Therefore, it is not just wrong but also offensive when individuals attempt to reframe her style as selfish. When you contrast the defense's treatment of Clark with their treatment of Paige, it's particularly absurd. Caitlin receives the traps off every pick, the doubles off the inbound, and the full-court press. Perhaps not because Paige isn't yet frightening defenders. Not the way that Clark is now. Clark causes chaos, forces rotations, and flexes defenses. Although Paige isn't there yet, she may do that in the future. Furthermore, given that she is entering a calmer ride, Paige may have a stronger start on paper. She is not, however, any better as a result. It simply indicates that she hasn't yet acquired a franchise. When the burden is lighter, it's simple to appear efficient. We'll discuss comparisons when Paige has been blitzed for 4 quarters 10 nights in a row. Let the rookie with the triple-double breathe in the meanwhile. What does that mean for us now? The storyline machine is already getting out of hand. The genuine team player angle will be heavily exploited in the pages. The headlines are already starting to shape. Paige plays in the proper manner. A welcome change from the Caitlin hype. More substance, less flash. Blah, blah, blah. The thing is this. The baller is Paige. No one disputes that. However, why must we destroy Caitlin in order to elevate Paige? Why is it that people will always take sides like it's a reality show when 2 amazing women are in the same league? A straightforward response. It clicks. Hot takes. Manufactured competitions. The media playbook's oldest game. It's also pitiful. Since Caitlin Clark has essentially transformed the WNBA's finances, ticket sales have increased, viewership has skyrocketed, and social media is ablaze. She is deserving of respect. Her game doesn't have to be your favorite, but labeling her selfish is just ridiculous. Something as obviously incorrect. She can be described as aggressive. She occasionally forces shots, if you will. It's okay. It's known as volume scoring. It was James Harden. It was Kobe. It is still done by Diana Taurasi. It's not self-centered. It's what top scorers do, particularly when no one else is doing it on the court. Let's discuss teammates. It's not seasoned all-stars that Caitlin is playing with. She is giving the ball to players who, quite politely, aren't consistently making open shots. This implies increased heat, pressure, and shot attempts. Are you hoping she'll pass more? Who is catching? She still passes, though. Still contributes 6 assists per contest. Continues to search for her assailants. While doing so, he continues to play past doubles and traps. Paige, meanwhile, is joining a team that already has shooters, structure, and a system in place. She will look very selfless when the team around her finishes playing. The plays have to be made by Caitlin. The stat line doesn't lie, and context is important. Caitlin Clark does not prioritize herself. Since no one else will play, she does everything. They're not the same. Let's not pretend that Caitlin's triumph is only a publicity stunt. She has accomplished things that no rookie has in a long time. Record-breaking assist totals, scoring runs, and an early triple-double. Oh, and she's carrying the burden of a whole league's advertising campaign while she does it all. This is hardly your typical rookie campaign. It's a trial by fire. But as soon as she starts slowly, or heaven forbid, makes a mistake a couple of times, the hit stories and think pieces start to appear. Is Caitlin Clark really that excellent at telling stories? Paige is being hailed as the salvation of fundamentals despite the fact that she hasn't played a single WNBA minute. You know what this is? Come on. The moment you question what the traditional media considers appropriate, they turn on you. If you're a woman who plays like a killer, loud, showy, and unapologetically confident, it's not arrogance, despite their attempts to portray it as such. Caitlin Clark has a unique physique. She engages in fire play.
She talks.
She alerts you when she hits logo threes. It's not self-centered. That's swagger. Men that consistently do it are referred to as alpha. When women do it, it becomes an issue.
Please.
This isn't merely a poor interpretation of the story. When a woman controls the game in her own way, and Caitlin doesn't alter her style to appease insecure reporters, it's easy for people to skew the story. Excellent. Let her continue to be ostentatious. Permit her to continue shattering records. Since those are the same people who claimed Steph Curry was ruining basketball, let her continue to annoy the establishment. After that, they all purchased his jersey. Name change, same playbook. Let's get back to this reporter. They attempted to clean things up after the blowback. Asserted that the quote wasn't intended to offend anyone and that it was misunderstood. A classic move. They knew they were wrong, therefore that's not regret. Since they were cooked when they ought to have been, that is remorse. Because you should speak from the heart if you're going to discuss Caitlin Clark. Avert passive-aggressive remarks. Don't couch it in flattery for someone else. Additionally, don't be shocked when the fan base retaliates. Fans of Clark are more than just fans. They are devoted. They make a lot of noise. Every minute of her journey from Iowa to the W has been witnessed by them. She's carried squads before. They have witnessed her win over teammates and lose, and still accept the blame gracefully. Therefore, when a reporter makes unfounded criticisms, it won't be tolerated. Also, the timing was terrible. When someone is obviously developing and acclimating to the league in the middle of the season, you don't try to undermine them. Analysis is not that. It's petty. It would be equivalent to disparaging a medical student on their first day of practice. Allow people to develop. Not to mention that Caitlin is receiving more criticism, and mockery than any other student in her class while she is doing all of this. No rookie has ever been as visible. After every defeat, no rookie has been forced to respond to post-game questions such as, "It's her fault the team isn't title ready." It's more than just pressure.
PR warfare is what this is.
Nevertheless, she arrives each night.
No tales, no excuses.
So, yes, she may be ostentatious. Perhaps she stares folks down and does logo threes. However, this sport as a whole needs to reconsider its definitions if that is what selfishness looks like. For Caitlin Clark's contributions go beyond simple passes and points. It's vitality. Chaos reigns. It's motion. She adds interest to games. Even when the scoreboard doesn't favor her, she offers supporters something to cheer about. She's not only having fun, she is constructing something. The nicest part is that she is aware of it. She doesn't reply to garbage because of this. She lets the game speak for itself. And the game is shouting at the moment. Stop starting the Paige versus Caitlin war, everyone. Allow Paige to play. Let Caitlin prepare the food. Allow them both to be successful without making it into a pointless competition. Because guess what? It's likely that they will eventually become teammates. At an all-star game, perhaps. Team USA, perhaps. Then what? Will you continue to act as though one is selfless and the other is selfish while they are cooking the world and giving each other pennies?
Didn't think so.
The fans aren't buying into this stale story. Caitlin Clark's game speaks louder than any reporter. Your apology is the only thing that needs to be effective. That reporter may have gotten a few clicks by calling Caitlin Clark selfish, but it damaged their credibility. Yes, Clark's style is loud, but it's also shrewd, selfless, and just what the WNBA needs. Share your thoughts with us. Was this deliberate clickbait or a poor idea? Press the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you at the next roast.